G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS Supercoach channel. And today we're going to go through the round 5 preview. Very exciting. I love this time of the week where you get to choose your own team going into the next week. It's a bit exciting because you can make up all the different teams you have. Or for example, I've been able to make 5 at the moment. I've got 5 different teams that I could roll out with, and I can potentially show them to you all as the different teams I'm going to go with this round. Some of them I like more than others, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So, as we all know, they've replaced Montrezl Harrell with Damon Lowry, so it seems like we're trying to beat Damon Lowry every week, which I don't think they really prefaced that at the start. I'm pretty sure it was you take on a different coach every week, but who really cares? Like, we're just trying to get some bloody gift vouchers at the end of the day. We're just, yeah, that's the point of beat the coach at this point. But yeah, as you can see, his team's pretty poor. With all due respect to Damon Lowry, he's done the right option. He's got Bryce Cotton and Luala Chul. He's got Menenga. I like Chris Levic, but Ben Aaron Rasmussen, especially Rasmussen. Oh my God, I think there's every reason you should be beating Damon Lowry this week. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the teams that are on the double, every team except for Cairns and Illawarra. So those are the 2 teams you want to avoid for this round, just because double means they play it twice. But yeah, let's get straight into it. One guy who's in every team. Or is there 2 guys that are in every team that I've made up? Yeah. So we'll do the 2 guys that are in my team. Is he highly owned? One of them is. Oh, well, there we go. We'll just do that. Clint Cameron is going to be in one of my guard positions. He played really well over the weekend, over the 2 games as well. I don't see a better 150k option, I'll be honest. Like, if we look at that, that kind of, like, I feel like Foxwell's like a good option, but for 30k more and 6 points less to average, then I am going to go with Flynn Cameron. Henschel, he's not getting enough minutes for me to like him to go for him. But yeah, like it's Flynn Cameron that's really the only one around this price that's really decent. Maybe Tanner Krebs. Like, he did play 20 minutes with Goulding back. I mean, Lamar Patterson's a nice cheap option. That's what I was going to do, and I forgot to really go over. There is literally no cheap options. Like, the other guy that I'm going to be going with who's probably the best cheap option, and that's Jaron Riley. He played 20 minutes again in his last game against Cairns. Did they only play 1 game last weekend? That might make sense now. But yeah, they played against Cairns. Yeah, they only played 1 game. So he's increased his minutes as each week has gone by. So he's played 7, 14, and 21 now. He's kind of really surpassing like guys like Pepper and Henschel and Rosso Nance. Like, he's honestly like that kind of 3rd guard option. I mean, Henschel's obviously in front of him. He's going to have the more minutes, but he's that definite 3rd guy on the team that will be getting it done for, what he needs. But yeah, so those are the 2 picks that I've got in every team. So now I've got 1.4 million, 1.1.5 million to play with. So the guards that I've gone with this week, if we go by average, like, I think Bryce Cotton should be in a few people's teams. I reckon that's a really good option. I like Sobey. Sobey's not too bad. Adelaide did give up 100 points against Sydney. So, and he's been their main scoring guy. Like, he's played 36 minutes against New Zealand. He's their number 1 scoring option, even though there'll be quarters or halves where he doesn't want to. He's not going to be in my team, but if you want a cheaper option compared to PJC, who's a good option. He's in a couple of my teams. Um, like he's 80, he's about 80K less than Bryce Cotton, like 78,000 less. And it doesn't really say his last three, but he had 100 over 2 games, which Bryce only had. We had 69 against Illawarra. That was his big game. So that's probably what jumped it a bit. Like minus, like half his assists, and he still got like a 50 odd game, which is pretty good. And then a 31 against Sem. So those are the guards that I like. Those are the two main point guards I've gone with. I'll just have a look at my teams again. So it was Bryce Cotton, PJC. This team I'm going to sack off because it doesn't have either of them. Okay. So with your centre option, you could copy Damon Lowry and go Joe Lawalichul. He is easily the number one guy. Oh, wait, another bloke that I forgot who's in every team of mine is Sam Menenga. Sorry, I've just completely gone past him. I reckon, should be also in everyone's team. Like he's been in some real good form at the start of the season. He increased his minutes as well, 31 minutes here, but he's getting around that 25-minute mark, and he's still putting up like a 42 in 25 minutes. And I said this a couple of weeks ago. Just imagine if he gets that 30, he might get up another 10 points, which I know it's only 5 or 6 minutes, but he actually impacts so much for that New Zealand team. He's improved a lot, and I reckon, those three are in my team always. Now I've got 800K between all of these different. Oh God, I've stuffed this up, haven't I? Oh shit. I didn't mean it to do it that fast. For God's sakes. Okay, it was him. He was highly owned, and he's really cheap. Sorry, just really stuffed it up here. Oh, for God's sakes. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, so I'll go through my different teams. So the first team that I made up to the last team that I made up, and we'll see where I like what I like in the moment. So for this first team, we've got Bryce Cotton. Now he did have a really poor second game against Sydney, but they give credit where credit's due. Sydney's defense, Bull Qual and Delhi, and I think I was half watching the game, and Malawatch, they fucking, sorry for my language, but they locked him up. If teams are going to see that and go, right, so we need like a good 6'7" guy who's going to play defense. Like, why does Sydney have like Malawatch and Bull Qual who are beautiful on defense? Like people aren't. I don't know if people they're on longer term contracts, but I'm just saying that's some decent money for your best defender. Like look at trying to think. Like Sunday Detch is a really good defender, and Perth let's go after him. Now I know he's injured, but I think that's what teams really need to focus on. And I think Perth's done it right, going with one of them. My centre for this one, for what I could afford. Oh God, I've got to do this again. 16 options. I have gone with Suarez. Now, the reason I went with Suarez is because he's getting around that 25-minute mark. He's had 30 and 31. He's going up against Tasmania and a tougher opponent, Perth. So, I'm not going to, this isn't my team yet, but this is a team with Suarez there. And then I'm just going to search it up. Finn Delaney, I thought he had a really good weekend as well. Supercoach scoring wise with a 22 and 23. For a guy who's not last option, when you think about it, Edwards and I guess Walker could be in front of him. Milton Doyle, he's honestly that fourth guy, and he's getting a 22-23. He brings down rebounds, and he's a smart basketballer. So that's the first made up team there. That's the first made up team that I've made. If you really like the look of it, by all means, take a screenshot of it and maybe copy it. But I think I'll show some other teams that I've done. So, like I said, it's these three that are the same: Menenga, Cameron, and Riley. This one I've got Luala Chul in it, and this one I've got PJC, and then we'll just do players I can afford. And for averages, it's Tanner Krebs that's the highest. For this price, I originally had Drimich, but that's because I wanted to use all my money, as much money as possible. But is it Jalen Galloway? Could it be Jalen Galloway, or could it be Tanner Krebs who's been averaging 15? I'm tempted to go Galloway because he still like hasn't. He's playing around 18 minutes. Maybe that's why. Like he hasn't reached his full like potential. Whereas Tanner Krebs has been playing around 20 minutes, even with Chris Goulding back from that injury originally. But will it go down? Potentially, I think. And, he scored a 31 last week, which, you know what, you probably take. He did better than old mate. I forgot his face. Oh, excuse me. Did better than Brain Smith. But I went with Drimich just because he's starting. Over the weekend at 13 and 15, but out of 27 against Illawarra, going up against Sydney, so maybe not. It's really annoying because you're about 10k off going with Finn Delaney, which is who I really want. But then I don't want to get rid of Luala Chul or PJC. Like if I did go with Delaney here, because I think Delaney's a perfect option for that 160k mark. And then if I did, oh wait, these are players I can afford. Huh. Oh wait, true. I'm probably more comfortable going with PJC though. That's the thing. Like, could it be Dylan Windler? But then I don't like having too many players at the same team. Maybe it's Casey Prather. Who does Prather play? They play Perth, great, and Melbourne. So two of the tougher teams for him. I'm just going to opt out. No. Sobia's got Adelaide, who like his history says he's done well, and Illawarra, and they have been struggling a bit at the start. So you could go for this team here. Like it's a bit of different teams except for really and Luala Chul. But I really want PJC. That's the thing. Oh, for God's sakes, it's stuffing it up. Oh, I hate how it does this. Oh, this is what's going to drag the video out really long. I'm really sorry, guys. All right. Here, just follow with me. Really, and Cameron. Cool. And then, I just did that by accident. But yeah, let's do players I can forward this. And then, I don't want that. That's what I want. Could it be a Rob Lowe? But then again, I don't want too many New Zealand guys. He's going to get some really inconsistent minutes. This is why I don't pick New Zealand guys. Like, these are the only two blokes that I really like. Krebs. Like, the only guy is Jalen Galloway and Krebs, but Galloway, no. Krebs, he's been averaging 15. Ball Qual. I mean, how many minutes did he play against Adelaide? Played 23. So he's been getting around this, like, minutes mark. So that was another team I had. I do remember Bull Qual being this. Yes, so that can be a team, but I've got 51k. So what's the point? I could upgrade, really to Patterson potentially. Like that can be a team. Where am I looking? So that's like another team there. I'll have a look at. So there's this team. So that's still got Bryson. It had Bull Qual, but I want to go with. This is another team you could go for: Bryce Cotton, Harrison, and Bull Qual. You have $600 left over, but as I'm really thinking about it, I'm probably not going to go with Tyrell Harrison. I mean, he had an 11, which was really bad. he plays Perth, but then he plays and then he plays Melbourne. So two really tough teams for Brisbane this round. I'm going to say no. So that's a team I'm not going to go for. And the only other option I've got, sorry, that was my phone, is we go with Jesse Edwards and then uh, Tanner Krebs, and we can upgrade this to. Oh no, we can't get Patterson. Oh shit. Okay, that's fine, and just keep it like that. That's another team. Edwards has got Brisbane and then New Zealand, so that's just why I want to go with that. And he's potentially a guy to go for next week because they've got Cairns in Adelaide. But yeah, I'm still stuck what I want to do because it's a really tough decision I want to make. At this rate, like he's got Bryce and Lualachu, and I think you've got to have at least one of them to like compete because they both average 40, like over 40. Don't want to go to really, unfortunately, but flex. If we go, like, you've got to have either of them. I think it's really hard to have them both in there. So yeah, you've got to get rid of like Krebs. You'd have to go like because you can go with Patterson, but I don't think anyone can go. I think Patterson's just a guard, isn't he? I don't know what I'm trying to do, but it's really hard. Like that's why I'm going with the Parker Jackson Cartwright option. Yes. This is probably the team I want to run with, but I am a bit unsure. Like, is it Edwards that's good, and then I'll get a 200k player. There's no one that's really catching my eye. I'll be honest. I mean, Quatnoy played really well. Had 25 minutes against Adelaide, scored close to 30 points. I mean, Delaney. I mean, if we just do average, like Lopez. Don't want too many New Zealand guys, like I said. Like it's really just Delaney. I think I really want to go with here. Like he's the most reliable option in my opinion. But then you've got 55k. Where do you want to spend that? I can't put it into old mate Lualachu. So what do? Do I? Who was that? Flynn Cameron. Just trying to have a look. Is that a team? Like, but then it's two Melbourne, two Perth, two New Zealand. Had a 23. It was getting 21, 18, 17, 15. New Zealand at 21 minutes. Like, I love Dash, but I don't know if I can trust a rookie yet, which is really annoying. Liafa, I'm going to say probably not as well. It's getting around 20 minutes. I mean, he is an option, but then I don't know if I like it. I mean, I'm still stuck on this, so I'll have a look at the team that I really like. So it had. This is the annoying thing. Why couldn't you be a 350k Wallachel? Why are you that good? Because that would have been my team, just full stop. I'll go with Cameron here. I guess it's Edwards. But then once like I said, I've got 50k to spend. So do I use it on Karim Lopez? But no. 134k. It could be up to Lamar Patterson. Because Javon Freeman Liberty is not playing. that was the first game he wasn't playing, like, guaranteed not playing, and he had a 24. Do I trust that? Like I said, he's got two really tough games up against Melbourne and Perth. This could be the team. This could be the team. That's so annoying. 2,000 off. Um, like, well, this would get it done, wouldn't it? That would get it done. Which honestly doesn't look bad, but I really want Parker Jackson Cartwright. Like, I'm not saying that Prather's bad, and I rate him so highly. I just needed another $2,000 to spend on. And he's got Perth and Melbourne, where I know, like, look at that. Like, he's had 39 and 40 against them, but that was last year. No, I really want Parker. So he's going to be more worth it than, let's just do it like this. What would it look like with that? No, wouldn't be enough. And then I'll go with, who was I going to go with again? It wasn't Krebs. Why are they so annoying? Like, why is this annoying as hell? Nah, don't want it to be that cheap because 50K you can still spend on quite a bit. Okay, well, if I go with Bull Qual, like, okay, the aim is to beat the coach. And if I've got PJC lining up against Cotton, Luala Delaney's better than Krislovich. So it's really, I have to beat Ben Air and Rasmussen and Bull Qual. Like, Delaney would just do it. That's the thing. Fuck. This has really pissed me off. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot. So then do I just go Edwards and then Watnoy? Because when you think about it, Edwards and Lualichu will probably have similar weeks when it comes to scoring. Same with PJC. Menenga's the same. Quatnoy, Cameron and Quatnoy are better than Krislovich and Air, and then really it's just like blatantly, obviously better than Rasmussen. So, do you know what? I think this is the team going into the week, and I like that. I have the captain on PJC, vice captain on Jesse Edwards. I'm just looking at like, it's saying that I'm projected to lose by 70 because he's got 100. All right, hear me out. So it's 140K because I want to be similar to the projected, which I know is a bit weird, but now I'm projected to win by about 30. I don't know why it makes me feel safer doing that, but who does Adelaide have in that second game? Cairns. Oh, if I can give up one, do you know what? Let's just do it. This will be the team. I really want a PJC, and I hope he doesn't do what he did last week and just like ball out. But this is the team. Menenga, Krebs, Cotton, Cameron, Edwards, really. Really's better. That's pretty even. Flynn Cameron's better. That's even. That's pretty even. That's even. So it's really Flynn Cameron just dogging on both of these. Like, I've got Flynn and not Rasmussen, really being better than Aaron Rasmussen. So that's the team going into this week. Sorry, this was a longer video. Hopefully, I'll just let you guys know this, that next week I'll be away. I won't be able to do the round 5 review or the round 6 preview. Mind you, so you have to go a bit like you won't have me to help out maybe a team or something like that. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, good luck for this weekend. Hopefully you beat Damon Lowry. And then I'll wish you luck for next week as well. Hopefully you get some more entries to win that Choices Hotel prize. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend of NBL basketball, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.